Hello everyone, welcome back to Mindful and Mellow. Today is July 1st, 2025, so we're going to use the Morgan Gray Tarot deck and we're going to pull some cards to see, get a feel on the energy for the month of July, what you can expect. We'll also use the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle card and we'll use the Romance Angels card as well. All right, so we'll kind of jump right into it. I'm just going to pull intuitively, so no questions beyond... what can we expect during the month of April? July. How about July? April. I don't know where April came from, but let's just jump right into it here and kind of see what comes up. Okay, we have the Hangman. So maybe seeing something from a different point of view, a different perspective. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Ten of Swords. We have the Page of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the World card. Now, the World card I'm going to cover up with the Splenda packet because she is kind of in the middle of that wreath, or I forget what they call that wreath officially, but she's kind of doesn't have clothes on, so I don't want the algorithms to identify it as nudity and prevent this from uploading. So I'm going to just cover that up. Okay, and then let's see what we have here. So let's put one more as like a capstone. We'll call it like a capstone. So we have the two of Swords. Okay, so I'm definitely getting with these two cards here some sort of like maybe taking a break or taking a rest. But this is kind of like there's a decision or something you need to make, but you're kind of like holding off on that. So I do feel like a pause. I do feel like there's a pause during the month of July, which is not a bad thing, right? Because July is typically like a vacation month. People are getting away, people are taking time off, people are spending time at the beach and so forth. So, but I do feel like you might have a decision to make. You might be feeling like a call to like take an action or something, but you're kind of thinking about it and maybe looking at it from a new point of view this time. So what that could be, I'm not quite sure here. But with the Three of Wands here, I definitely feel like you're looking off yonder, we'll call it, right? You're looking down the line. You can kind of see something that's better out there for you. So you might be seeing something better. You might be kind of like yearning for something better too during the month of July. You might be like, hey, is this really what I want? You might be doing kind of like a lot of reflection. That's kind of what I'm getting. Although we don't have the Hermit card here, but I do kind of see like maybe a bit of reflection, because you might be kind of like in your head on thinking about something. And these two cards, she's blindfolded, okay? So this can be kind of taking time out to go inside yourself and going inside and evaluating kind of like what's going on. But it can also be kind of like overthinking and almost like putting yourself into like a mental prison. So be careful of doing that, right? The Ten of Swords, though, is, the Nine. The Nine, it's kind of like the wounded warrior. I mean, she's kind of like battled. She's kind of been she's been through a lot here, but she's almost to the finish line. And she's kind of immobile and she's not able to move. Very much like the Hangman. So this could be like, I'm definitely feeling like there's a call to action to take some sort of action, because this is telling me you're not moving. You're not taking an action, and you might need to take an action. So I don't know what that would be, but there may be some sort of thing that you're evaluating and seeing something from a new perspective, and you need to take an action to make that happen, whatever that might be for you, okay? Because the Ace of Swords is some sort of new information or an idea coming in. So this could be a new idea, a new opportunity, someone reaching out with some information. The Page of Wands could be somebody kind of reaching out to you with an offer, an opportunity, with some information or some news. And it could be like, what I'm seeing, the way these cards fell out, right? The Page of Wands next to the Ace of Swords indicates there could be some sort of like an idea or an opportunity or something you might want to be considering. I'm definitely feeling there's a connection between that. And the reality is, whatever it is, like it puts you like, the World card is about travel, so this could be an opportunity that does require some sort of travel. And you're maybe a little bit unsure if that's something you truly want to do. Like, do you really want to travel at all, or as much as they may be, you may be required to do so in whatever this is. So you're kind of evaluating the whole thing. But I do feel like with the World card too, it's also about completion. It's also about like coming full circle. It's kind of like being on top of the world, but also kind of like, you've kind of like reached the end. I mean, this is the last card in the Major Arcana, so this is card 21. So it's also kind of like reaching a giant milestone. And I do feel like there is a connection between the Three of Wands and the World card, right? Because this is kind of like, he's been like looking over, and but he's not taking any action. He's just kind of like looking and admiring something that he really wants or desires or is intrigued by across this body of water. And so, I think that that's something he's kind of looking off at, and this could be something you've been thinking about doing for some time, and you might find yourself presented with the opportunity now. Now you've got to decide, is this something you want to take a leap on? So definitely will be really interesting to see what that is. Let's pull some additional clarification cards. Okay, and we'll just use the Rider-Waite Tarot deck for this one. So let's kind of clarify. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the Two of Swords. Okay, Two of Swords, it comes with the Ace of Cups. So something like I'm getting like an overflow of an emotion, a little bit of overflow, whatever this decision is. It could really impact you, might really excite you. Let's pull another card for that too. So Three of Cups. So what I'm getting here is whatever this decision is, it's not a bad decision, or it's not like an uncomfortable or worrisome thing. It's actually quite exciting. It could be something related to someone you're intrigued by, maybe someone who's a romantic interest, right? Because we got the cup overflowing, but we also have three people celebrating here. So it could be a bit of a celebration. Again, this could be something you've been long waiting for, kind of like thinking about the Three of Wands and the World card. So this could be something brand new coming towards you that you're being forced to, or you're going to be actively considering, because it is really something that excites you and intrigues you. It's just, is this really what I want? And I'm getting, it's more of your nerves kind of coming out than anything else, right? And it's like, this is something you can definitely do and would be interested in and would do well. You just may be nervous about it. Let's clarify this second top row here, beneath the Two of Swords. So let's clarify the Hangman, the Three of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So we have the Page of Wands. So we already got the Page of Wands here. So again, some sort of message coming in. I do feel like someone's going to put something in your head, an idea. And we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so we have the Two and the Three of Wands now. So very similar cards, right? So this is kind of like, but again, no action. He's kind of like looking off and kind of seeing all the possibilities over across the way. You're being called to take an action on that, right? This is kind of like, you've got the world in your hands. We also have the world over here, right? So he's got the world in his hands. So you got to remember that you have the ability to do whatever this is. You've just got to be able to take appropriate action for that. Now let's clarify the bottom row, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the World card. Okay, so we have the Moon card. Okay, so there is more information maybe beneath the surface. So it is appropriate for you to kind of be thinking about like all of the pros and cons. So do like a pro-con analysis on whatever this might be, right? Okay, we have the Three of Wands again. Okay, so the Three of Wands again, so he's kind of looking over here, but also like acknowledge like with these cards, actually with both of them, with all of them, there's a wand behind him that he doesn't see. So he's looking at this world, he's holding onto this rod, but there's one behind him, and there's one behind him here, and there's another one behind him here. There's actually even one off to the side on this card. But he's not really seeing them. He's not really taking action. He doesn't see the possibility. So be careful of what you don't see. And this is kind of being highlighted with the Moon card. What this is telling me is, it's not like a warning. It's like, oh, be careful. There's something you don't see, and it's going to be bad news bears. What I'm seeing is it could be something really, really good. You're just not seeing it as such right now. Right? What else? How else can we clarify this bottom row? Okay, so we have the Temperance card. So this is all about tranquility, balance, peace. This is a wonderful card to have. He's kind of got his toe dipped in the water here. So, this could be you. I mean, maybe there's an opportunity to kind of dip your toe into something. If you're being presented with it, maybe you don't have to jump in this. You don't have to jump in this body of water, but maybe you can kind of dip your toe in and get a sense as to, is this something that I'm ready and willing to do? Whatever that might be for you. The Temperance card would indicate, certainly like he's almost like angelic here, right? And there's a lot of light kind of shining from his mind. So this is telling me, that I think there's a lot of consideration going into whatever this is. But you're at the high, you're vibing high. Like look at all the ripples in the gown here. That's definitely indicating to me like it's a high vibe, high energy to have, which is quite wonderful to have. Also, we have the Sun card. So the Sun card is one of the happiest, most high energy cards of the tarot deck. So, whatever this opportunity is, it's going to bring you tremendous happiness and success. Now, I'm covering it up because the baby is naked on this horse. So, I don't want this to not get uploaded onto TikTok or YouTube or whatever, because the algorithms can be kind of crazy. So this is very good energy here. So I'm definitely feeling like whatever you're being presented with, like, so now we have the sun and the moon. So we have the sun and the moon, we have the 2 of wands, we have the 3 of wands twice. We have 2 aces here. So there is some sort of a brand new beginning coming towards you. There's something you might not be seeing that could be quite beneficial to you. So I'm definitely feeling like, hey, this is the tarot saying, hey, look around. There's something that you're not seeing, and it's really wonderful for you. So I would say if you do get an opportunity to do something, just do it. Just take that leap. Take that leap, okay? I think that's the message here. Take the leap. Okay, so let's use the Romance Angels to get a vibe for the month of July. So children, your love life is being affected by children. Okay, that's kind of an interesting one. I don't know if you want children, you don't want children, you have children in your life, you have nieces, nephews, children of your own. Let's use the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle card. Okay, so replacing what was lost, you now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. Okay, so I definitely feel like you do have the opportunity to create a new perspective or an outlook, particularly with the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and so forth. So I love what I see here, though. This is definitely an interesting month ahead. So with that, I thank you for being here, and we'll be back again real soon.